Well, Asset Factory is basically an action-packed thriller about dealing with 7 individuals who kind of find themselves confined in a factory, and then they realize that they're dealing with a situation which is very unusual. They've all lost their memory and they're in a life and death situation, and the only way to survive is to figure out who's who, because if they don't, they might end up kind of making the wrong move, and that's just one part of the narrative. And the whole film is laced with action which actually takes the story forward, and the character's morality keeps twisting and turning, which in itself kind of ends up twisting the plot. So that's what the basic film's plot is all about. I think the most striking aspect of the film is basically the plot. It's actually a very unique plot, and the way the story is unfolding, the way the screenplay unfolds, it kind of lends itself to a different narrative. And as fans of action thrillers, I think honestly you are satisfied. Dude, I've seen something very interesting. There is music. We have woven the music in the background of the film. There is one lip song in the film, but the music comes and goes, but it is very much a part of the narrative. It doesn't stop the narrative. Nobody stops and starts singing a song in the middle of a scene. It just happens as part of the narrative. We actually have sequences which are cut to music. You can have background music, or you can at times have a song playing. So it's a mix of both. I think all actors have had a chance to do something really different. I mean, you have never seen Irfan as an action hero doing his own stunts. You have never seen Diya play a femme fatale before. You've always seen her as a very delicate, beautiful girl. You have never seen Manoj like this. I mean, Manoj reinvented his look, the way he performed and everything. Dino, I think, is playing one of the most unique and interesting characters in his career so far. Aftab and Fardeen have really gone into that whole edgy zone, which I think so far they have stayed away from. Usually they do the soft romantic or comic roles. And as far as Danny Sir is concerned, I mean, I think his sheer presence kind of, defined what he is. And I really wanted to explore his silences as well as the way he carried himself. So in terms of presenting Danny, sir, it was basically a fanboy experience for me, where I was working with Danny Danzopa, so I had to I got the man in the house. It was great fun shooting with him. Yeah. From day one, my biggest challenge was this: I did not want to use VFX shots in action. I wanted the action to be real, like it used to be once upon a time. I mean, the biggest thrill of seeing an action film, say 40 years ago, was that is a real car, that is a real explosion, there's a real driver sitting in the car, and it's banging cars and they're exploding. I mean, that scared you, that thrilled you. And then you started seeing, 100 cars exploding, all were fake. Somewhere, I mean, visually it looks dazzling, but yaar, ye nakli hai, yaar, ye to yaar, computer graphics hai. But in this film, we worked for 4 months on the pre-prod, on storyboards. We prepared every single thing, so everybody knew what was happening. And luckily for me, my actors were such who did not know the word called fear. My favorite actor: Irfan, Fardeen, Dino, Danny, Aftab, Diya and Manoj. All of them. No, honestly, I mean, see, the film it's not a one hero film, it's not a 2 hero film, it's a 3 hero film. It is an ensemble film, and that's how it comes across. I mean, when you see the film, when you finish seeing Asset Factory, you will say the group works as a whole. You'll talk about the group. It's like seeing Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai and saying, ki boss, they all work. And here the actors actually worked without insecurity, and they worked together. So for me, it's a group that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about one person. The script said he gives her a kiss, and as he was enacting it out, he realized that the characters share an intimacy which can be shared by a lip-to-lip kiss, not by a peck on the cheek, because that would make it seem like, oh, hi, hello, hum log 10 din baad, 100 din baad mil rahe hain, kaise the tum? It's not that. I mean, they're in touch with every single day. So that lends itself. And, as an actor, I think he's done perfect justice to it. And the way Diya reacted to the kiss was brilliant. I mean, the magic of that moment is there in the film for you to watch.